What's going on, everyone? I got a unique one right here that I got recommended by a friend from Japan. And this one here is going to blow some people's mind. It's going to be something you're not used to seeing. This guy's mixed and he lives in Japan, but you know, he's natively Japanese. And some of his reactions are going to be kind of like anime oriented. He's going to have some memes where you'll see Western films kind of subtitled and spoken with Japanese tongue. And y'all really going to enjoy this. At the same time, there's humor here, there's excitement, and there's amazingness like you would expect from a Japanese. But like I said, he's mixed too. But he's also very serious, and you can see the way that he blended that in with a bit of rage and anger. And it's amazing the way he does it. So let's go ahead and get into this. And I know people in Western society are going to definitely enjoy this. You're going to be like, wow, we're not used to seeing something like this. You're not. And this is interesting because you see he does a very good job. He has 234K subscribers. It's awesome, and I'm glad I got recommended this. Let's dive into it.
おい、黒人奴隷は日本が発祥とかほざいてるボケがいるらしいぞ。ふざけんな！それは許せないと。
So that's the rage about saying that black slaves originated in Japan, which we all know that's bullcrap and that's not cool. And yeah, he goes right into it.
思いますこれ。いや、本当ね、この件は日本人と
Makes me half Japanese, half black man angry. So he's mixed.
黒人のハーフ
Rare case, but
俺は怒らなあかん。
これはちょっとね、世間は許してくれません。
that's a bit of a stretch. The world won't forgive you.
まあ何というと浅国問題ですね。まあこの件についてはね、ぼちぼち目にしてたんだけど、まあその人気シリーズであるアサシンクリードが日本舞台にするけど、なぜか黒人が主人公。日本が舞台なのに。まあただ実際にね、信長に仕えてたまあ家臣で安家っていう黒人の人がいて、まあそれをメインだと。
And see, he's saying the same thing too. We all know this. Like, this is the first time in history. It's like, why you got a series that's been out 17 years and every single protagonist has served his region, but when you get to Japan, you pull this in the worst way you possibly can.
でまあ安家にフォーカスする分にはいいんだけど、もともと日本には黒人の侍がいたんだとか、なんかそれで時代背景とかもなんかめちゃくちゃにポリコレ色に染められてるみたいなんで。
Yeah, like you saying, they're fabricating it. It's all messed up and it's probably colored, so it's like it's all under fire.
燃えてて、それでなんでだってなってったら、なんか日大の教授みたいなやつが
Tried to find out why, but some guy who looked like an associate professor at Nihon University
英語版の
falsified the English version of
ウィキペ
Wikipedia
ディ
for
ア
your
を
own
都合と妄想
convenience or delusion.
で改ざんして、日本にはずっと黒人の侍がいたんだみたいなのをやってたっていうのが発覚して、もう大問題になってるということでね。でまあいろいろと問題が見つかってるけど、その中で俺が引っかかったのはね、そんぐらいの時代に大名たちの間で黒人奴隷をね従えるのがステータスだったみたいなことをほざいきらしたらしいの。バカ野郎。はぁーと。
Seriously unforgivable. And like I said, you see his rage with his anime expression. This is a great blend of doing all that at once: entertainment, humor, rage, but like realistic too at the same time. He's awesome for doing that. And you know, it's nice for him to do that, being colored, because it kind of funny how the universe works, and how this just exists for that situation. I'm telling you, the way things come out, it's not a mistake.
マジで許されへん。お前なんだろう。まあそもそもその昔の日本にそんなに黒人がいっぱいいたんだったら安家はそんなにフォーカスされないし昔から日本に黒人文化があったんだったらな、じゃあなんで俺が毎回行く先々で物珍しい目で見られたからさ。
これだから田舎者は困るのだ。
いやさ、日本で黒人奴隷が流行ってたんだって話だから、今より絶対もっと生きやすかったんだとは言わないけどさ、その日本にとって黒人っていう存在が当たり前なんだったらね、今までなんかその俺が日本で生きてきて感じたなんか疎外感とか、あ、俺は他と違うんだっていうそういう感情ってのは
Like he was saying, you know, it's not something it's very, 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 very rare in Japan. You know, I mean, it's like a Caucasian growing up in Mexico, going to Mexico schools, you know what I mean? And like Portland, where it's like, that doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? or growing up in Africa, or it's just where you just feel like, you know, you're just the one that stands out from everyone else. Like he said, it's not nothing that's common in Japan, and it's not something they're ever used to. And he felt that, even though it's not like they were cool to him or anything, but he just feels alien there. And at this point in time in history, in 2024, why is that still like feel like that? Because it's not common. Like you were saying, it should be less common now, but it isn't. You know, these are just more reasons of things of showing that, you know, dumb shit like saying slavery existed in Japan, it's just very stupid. And for you to even say that just shows how childish, you know, that nonsense was. I could understand certain other methods they were trying, but this was probably the most dumbest statement out of this whole mess, is saying, not necessarily that he was a black samurai, legendary hero, but that Japan was the place where black slavery originally. Like, that is absolutely just dumb. It makes zero sense.
もっと少ないはずなのよ。で、別にこれは俺が日本で差別されてるんだ、仲間外れにされてるんだ、辛いとかそういう話じゃなくて、もちろんね、差別されたり仲間外れにされたりすることがないわけではないんだよ。こういうこと言ったら日本人は差別してないんだっていうやつがいるからさ、それだけを言わせてもらうんだけど、バカよいんじゃねえよ。だから俺が言いたいのは、良くも悪くも物珍しい扱いをされてきたと。その距離感というのは文化として見下すものっていうものじゃなくて、分からないから距離を置こうっていう距離感を感じてきたわけよね。幼稚園とか小学校の頃とか、子供が一番残酷な時とかさ、肌の色が違ううんこだとか、そうやってバカにされたりすることがいっぱいあったりとかさ、で複数人でバカにしてきてね、複数対1で喧嘩になって、でも体格俺の方がいいからさ勝ったりしたら、
お母さんがいないところでぶっ飛ばす、
あの子は危ないから近づかないようにしなさいとかさ、そういう親の会話とかも聞こえてきたりするじゃん。
引きくらそもお前
あれなんか他と違うんだなって感じたりとか黒人だから運動神経いいだろうみたいな期待の眼差しを向けられて、勝手にね、失望されたりとかで、幼少期にねそうやってコミュニケーションがあんまり取れなかったりしたりしたらさ、中学校とかになって普通に接してるように見えても、なんかやっぱり輪に入りきってないなって感覚があったり。
So he's talking about elementary school and middle school growing up, and, you know, dealing with the alienation and just being treated different. I mean, because it's just a natural thing around the world.
それこそさ、中学校とか高校とかになってさ、海外に憧れ出したりするやついるじゃん。ヒップホップとか、なんか横に黒人の友達置いてるぜみたいな、なんかそういうお飾り感をなんとなく感じたりとかさ。
おかげさまでいいように利用されております。
でそれだって向こうは普通に仲良く接してくれてたのかもしれないけど、俺が勝手にそうやって感じてた部分だってある。でも実際に体格は他よりいいし、幼少期の頃とかね、もう今の言い方だったらもうハブられててかわいそうなやつみたいな言い方しちゃったけど、実際俺最強無敵ムカつくやつは全員ぶっ飛ばすみたいな感じで自分に酔いしれてて、普通に凶暴なやつだったから、肌の色関係なく、なんかじゃあイベントごとみたいなあった時に、なんか大鳥とか任されやすくて美味しい思いができたりしてるわけですよ。でね、それこそ最大なんてこうやって YouTube 活動する時とかにね目立ったりするから、やりやすいわけですよね。だから良くも悪くも日本にとって当たり前の存在じゃなかったからこそ、孤立しやすい人生だったわけですよ。だからその疎外感とか孤独な感じとかにいっぱい悩んできたけど、でも悩んできたからこそ今の俺があるわけで、俺は今の俺が大好きな。
So he's not complaining about that. He says that's what got him to where he is now. Look, he does videos in Japan. Why does he have 234K subscribers? He gets plenty of support and love. So, like I said, if we and he had this be translated too. Like if we go just even take a look at his page, you see this is all Japanese. How's Japan racist if he has that much support? Even though he's Japanese too, but still, like he's largely Japanese, but still at the end of the day, you know, it kind of speaks for itself.
むしろ今のこの日本で俺が一番幸せに近づけんじゃねえかってまで思ってるよ。だからこそな、トーマス・ロックリーだのポリコレみたいなもんはな、俺は絶対許さねえ。あいつらはな、今日本に生き てる俺の人生バカにしてやがるなんでな
You people have to necessarily emphasize that black people are poor and discriminate against. I think that is stupid too, because it's like saying that's all you should only see. Though that's impossible. There's rich in every spectrum around the world.
お前らにな黒人は差別されてかわいそうな存在なんだみたいなのをな
That's why I try to tell people don't be victimized over here, because I'm like, there's colored people over here that live better lives than Caucasians and are allowed to make more money easily all over the place and live better lives and be okay with walking around with a Caucasian girlfriend. It's been going on. The Caucasians aren't as racist as they think. It's not really that. No, it's the inhuman spirit that is racist. It's the evils that are racist. When you look over here in Western society, and I want y'all from Japan to hear this, these Caucasians, they welcome every race around the entire world. That's not racist. They could be high-minded. I'm high-minded, you know what I mean? They could be prejudiced. They could be like snobby maybe, yes, because they want to live a better life and they want the best life possible and they work hard, you know what I mean? But when you deal with so much ignorance, sometimes people will like start to maybe form a little bit of that because they just feel like you've been given a better opportunity. Why are you acting so ignorant and stuff like this? So they may start looking at everyone that way, where it could be like, not everyone individually is like that, but if you have a large percentage of a race representing ignorance, then it makes people not like them automatically and want to avoid them. And certain people say, no, you can't date that type of person. I don't want you to have a kid with that type of person. That is something that exists. Chinese can be like that. You know what I mean? And certain other cultures against colored people. Just in general, there is discrimination. 100%. No doubt about that. Not because they just automatically think that, no, but because of the behavior and the ignorance, the highest crime rate, all those sorts of things that just makes them be like that. But the fact that somebody allows you to live a better life than you ever could because your own race sold you into slavery and welcomed you and welcome all other races, well, also there's still a war going on, but it's not what those people that are nice that the creator made, that oversupport, give everyone technology, everything. They're nice people. You know what I mean? I have to say they're probably the nicest people out of all races. But and I'm Caucasian myself too, but I'm not going to say white though, because I'd say more like Dutch, French, Irish, German. You know what I mean? If I want to say that, to be Pacific rather than just saying white spectrum, because that's not being Pacific about the DNA. But we just have to like explain this professionally, so we don't just say because you're this, let's just put them all in one basket and they're all just racist. That's not the case. No. And I guarantee you can find a lot of colored people say my best life has been lived through Caucasians. They will tell you that. I don't want to be in a ghetto. I want to be in a white neighborhood. It's safe over there. Nobody's gonna die. There's no violence, no nothing. It's peaceful. I'm living a good life. They welcome things with me. They support me. They give me a job. They're nice. You know what I mean? So that's why we got to be careful not to like discriminate in an entire race based off of evil people's behavior that has a certain skin tone. It's a huge problem that can happen. You have to meet the person and get to know them individually. And I have to tell you, my best life is lived with the Caucasians. Easily, by a mile. Nothing comes close. And it's just the honest, hard truth. The most supportive people, the nicest people who's been there, yeah, it's them. And that's not to say anything against anyone else. I'm just saying from my own personal experience and from what I've seen, just in general, a lot of people can say that. But when we're talking about higher ups, elites, like maybe the satanic bloodlines, that's different because that's evil. But that we just have to be careful with that.
俺はな自分の境遇を乗り越えて今を生きとんねんなんでな僕たちは差別されてきました同情してくださいみたいな泣き脅しの人生をなお前らに演出されなあかんねん
I like what he's saying because he's saying don't try to victimize me because of what I look like. I'm happy through any struggle, anything I went through because it got me here and I'm loving it. Life is doing good. He's got 234,000 subs. He's living a great life in Japan. People are taking care of him. He's taking care of himself. You know what I mean? When I say that, I mean supporting. And what's the problem? There is no problem. So don't come to me with that nonsense. Because that's what liberals do.
今な俺は自分の 境遇って言ったけどな、それは別に俺が黒人だから特別とかそういうことを言いたいわけじゃないからな。黒人だって白人だって黄色人種だってなんだったらその同じ人種の中だってそれぞれ違った境遇があるわけだろ。でな、大抵のやつはな、
Yes.
自分のその境遇に立ち向かって生きてんだよ。その自分の境遇に立ち向かって生きていくから自分の人生に誇り持てんだろ。
I respect him for that. Like he said, it doesn't matter what race you are, you're going through struggle. Everybody goes through struggles. I can take you through some redneck spots. I can take you down to the hillbillies. You'll see these people that they do not live good lives. They can live some of the worst lives, worse than other people. I can take you all different races to show them struggling. So that's why I don't like the highlight of one race trying to struggle more than another. It's bullcrap. We need to snap out of that because it's the evil oppressing the human race, and we need to realize where that evil resides the most and deal with it the most. So, points to him for saying that too, because that's very true.
でな、その今回の件とかな、ポリコレとかっていうのはそうやって自分の境遇に立ち向かってる。
When he says political correctness, he's speaking of that woke and that DEI bullshit. That's definitely what he's talking about here. And that's what this is. It needs to go. It's garbage.
やつをバカにしてる。この属性の人たちはかわいそうなんだ。劣っているから優遇してあげないといけないってな。ほんまふざけんなよ。そもそもなんで違う文化圏のやつが自分たちの都合で人様の国の歴史に
Yes.
それはその国に生きて歴史を紡いできた人たちへ最大の冒涜だから。
ごゆっくりお亡くなりください。
ほんと最近は黒人っていうのがポリコレのやり玉として祭り上げられてるから言わしてもらうけど黒人だから優遇しましょう起用しましょうってそんなんなくたって俺は望んだ場所に自分の力で行けんだよ。たとえその逆境の状況だったとしても自分の力で自分
See, he has the mix of that Japanese intelligence and brilliance in that we saying that. Like he's saying, don't come to me with that nonsense. I don't want anything to do with that. I need to learn how to make it on my own. And I don't want you sitting here trying to give me privileges or all these little things to victimize me and make me feel comfortable. Like, I'm just going to go through it and make it. That's the mentality I like to see right there. Of course, he is in Japan.
自分の立場を勝ち取ったらそれはめちゃめちゃかっこいいだろうがよ。仮に自分の力で成功したとしてもそんなポリコレみたいなのがはびこってたからポリコレのおかげで黒人のハーフのあなたは成功できたんですねっていうそういう扱われ方すんだぞ。俺の活躍の場を減らすんじゃねえよ。人間は平等じゃないよ。持って生まれたもの環境が違うんだから。でもその状況下で頑張るんだろう。その与えられた状況の中で自分の人生生きていくんだろう。自分の人生を生きるからこそ各それぞれに違った色が出るんだろ。でそれが合わさるから多様性は虹色なんじゃないんですか。そう虹色ってのはそれなりに境界線があるから違った色があって綺麗なんだろ。それは本当に貧困してる地域とかには手を差し伸べたりはするべきだろうけど肌の色だどうだで強引に均一にしようとしてみろよ。境界線がなくなってそれはただのドブの色だぜ。
Yep. So that's to bring something else unique to y'all's world coming from me. I'm going to do it, like I said. And I know people over in West Society are like, man, that's interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. It is something interesting and unique from you. And you've never seen anything like this before. So glad to share this with you guys. I love what he did. I love how he stood up and stood his ground. And you can see that Japanese spirit and intelligence and brightness in him. And I love seeing that. And he's owning everything of what he is and standing up for it. Told his story. Went against all the garbage. You got to love it. This is awesome. Glad to bring you guys this. Like, subscribe if y'all like this. And we'll bring you more unique content. I took like a day off or so. Needed a rest. Slept a lot. Because, I've been at this like heavy. So, had to find that resting point. But, we're back at it. We're going to keep fighting against this. And, yeah, guys, let's get this message out here. And hopefully a lot of Western society sees this and y'all enjoy it. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a great day, evening, night, wherever you're at around the world.